Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Welcome to Star Wars Talk Live.
Thanks. Are you welcoming me or are you welcoming the
I'm
viewers?
welcoming you because we got a new name now.
Thank you.
Yeah, how you been?
Good. We went to downtown Disney yesterday, so that was real exciting. We're going to talk all about it at 4 o'clock, but it was kind of emotional getting to go back there, even if we couldn't go in the park.
So we're going to do something a little bit different this week because there's not a lot of Star Wars news to talk about, but there is a little bit. So first, your former guest of I think she's most famous for being a guest on the Who's the Boss podcast.
That's right. Yeah, when people introduce Amy Ratcliffe, they say previous Who's the Boss guest. But she's also done Star Wars Celebration. She's hosted the secondary stage there, behind the scenes stage, I think it was called. And then she's a editor over at Nerdist. She's written the Star Wars Women of the Galaxy book previously, but they just announced a new book coming from her called Star Wars The Jedi Mind. And this is a guide to meditation and mindfulness, kind of using the Jedi and the Force as a cultural touchstone. And I'm looking forward to this. I've been I tried the mindfulness apps that my therapist recommended for my anxiety, but this is going to be a good way to trick my brain into getting into that kind of thing through pop culture.
Yeah. I prefer cultural Hollywood pictures than cultural touchstones, but whatever. So yeah, it's hard to judge a book by a cover, but there it is.
There it is.
But you actually read a book too recently.
I did, yeah. I got this Use the Force, Discover What It Takes to Be a Jedi. And this is a guide for younger kids who don't know a lot about what a Jedi is. And it kind of goes through a lot of the notable members of the Jedi Order and the Sith. Let's get that in frame there. I'll flip through some pages. You can see, it shows you like what it might be like to go to the Jedi Academy if you're a youngling. And it gives you like the history of the Jedi Order. It's just a fun guide for younger kids. If you're trying to get your young kid into Star Wars and they're curious about what a Jedi is exactly, this is a good book to get them to read at night before they go to bed, and then they'll have a little bit more information there about the Jedi. Esmeralda said she's seen the Last Jedi movie, as have we. Nice.
So we're gonna actually do a little something different because there was not a heck of a lot of news. Even I think the this week in Star Wars was like 2.5 minutes this week.
Yeah, and she just covered the Jedi Mind book, and then there was also an excerpt from the new Thrawn novel by Timothy Zahn that I don't know. Have you ever read an excerpt from a novel? Are there people that are doing that?
I think they do that like when they want to get you to read the book, they tease you with a
I guess so, but I'm just gonna read it anyway, so I'd rather just have the book in its entirety.
Yeah, but people will watch like scenes of movies that they plan on seeing.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I retract my statement.
So we're gonna play Stump Mike. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna read him 12 different Star Wars trivia questions from our friends at Disney. And
I gotta keep my hands like this. I've been watching this movie trivia Schmodown show on YouTube, and they make them keep their hands like this when they do it over Zoom. So I can't be like looking stuff up, So I'll keep my hands in frame.
So to me, some of these questions are easy, but some are hard. So we're gonna play it. If you get it wrong, we'll open it up to audience comments and see if any of them get it right. So first question is, and this is in the movies, not to be confused with in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. The most legendary ship in the galaxy, the Millennium Falcon, can comfortably fit how many people in the cockpit?
Comfortably? Four seats.
Okay, yeah, I guess to be comfortable you need to sit. So let's see if the answer is 4. That is correct. Congratulations. 1 down, 11 to go. Admiral Raddus and Admiral Akbar both hail from which planet?
Mon Cala.
That is correct.
By the way, I want to add an addendum to that first question. As you know, if you go on Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, there's 6 seats in the Falcon. Doobie says I'm going to get 9.5 out of 12. I don't know. I'm kind of offended by that. Anyway, in the Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker Visual Dictionary by Pablo Hidalgo, they've explained the addition of those 2 seats like they explained it away in canon. About Hondo adding those seats when he got the Falcon from Chewbacca. Anyway, that's 2 out of 2. Let's see how well I do after this.
R2D2 is classified as what type of droid?
Astromech.
Astromech is correct. How much total does Obi-Wan Kenobi agree to pay Han Solo for safe passage to Alderaan?
I'm so terrible with numbers. Numbers is always my real failing, but he offers him man, let me think about this.
Okay.
17,000 credits?
17,000 credits is correct.
Okay.
Wow. I wouldn't have got that in a million years. Which handmaiden of Queen Padme Amidala served as decoy for the Queen?
I think that's Sabe.
Sabe is correct. Number 6, almost halfway there.
Right.
While serving as a stormtrooper, Finn was known as...
Okay. This is another number one. See, I'm always like slow on these, but let me think about it.
Okay.
FN 2187.
That is correct.
Oh, okay. Wait, what was that comment? My Sunny Saga.
Poe Dameron was raised on which planet?
Oh.
I think this might be a little, beyond the films, but I could be wrong. But
man, that would have been in that Star Wars Shattered Empire comic, which was about his parents. I don't know where they raised him, but I'll just say I know that he spent some time in his youth on the planet Kijimi. So I'll just say that. I don't think it's right.
It is not Kijimi. Okay. But we'll open it up to anyone in the comments who wants to guess. And I'll give you I'll make it multiple choice.
Okay.
Was it Tatooine, Dantooine, Yavin 4, or Alderaan?
Guesses from the viewers?
Any guesses? No, I think this might be a little tricky. Do you have a second guess?
Give me the multiple choice again.
Alderaan, Tatooine.
Well, Alderaan was blown up. It's not that one.
Sorry, Alderaan, Tatooine, Dantooine, and Yavin 4. Doobie guesses.
I'll say Yavin 4.
What's that?
I'll say Yavin 4.
Yavin 4 is correct.
Okay. Well, all right. I got it after the multiple choice.
Approximately how many forms of communication does C-3PO know?
Another number one. I am fluent in over. I am fluent in over 10 million forms of communication.
It's not 10 million.
Okay. 9 million?
It's not 9 million.
Okay. I don't know them.
Okay, I'll give you multiple choice. More than 100,000, 7 million, 3 million, or 500,000. Doobie has 6.0. I believe he means 10 to the 23rd, not 10 to 6.02. Avogadro's number, but
7 million sounds right.
7 million. That is
6
correct.
million? 7 million. Okay. Cool. Sorry.
This is a multiple choice question. Which crime is not found on Jyn Erso's rap sheet? Forging imperial documents, shipjacking, petty theft, or impersonating a stormtrooper?
Let's say D.
Impersonating a stormtrooper is correct. Here's, I think, a tricky one. Trade Federation Newt Gunray is assisted by a droid named...
I think it was TC-14.
That is correct. How do you know that?
I had the toy. That's the only reason why I know it. I had the action figure.
Figuring Dan, leader of the Cantina band, the Modal Nodes, plays what instrument?
Oh, wow. Is it a clue horn?
Is it a clue horn? Is correct. And here's the final question. At the end of episode 7, Rey finds Luke Skywalker and says what?
I don't think she says anything.
That is correct. Congratulations. You are a true Jedi master.
I missed a couple though.
But you got them once you got, I think, everything once you got into multiple choice territory.
So the numbers, I can never remember the numbers. This is the trickiest thing for me.
That is truly impressive. I'm going to have to ask Disney for more Star Wars questions, and we'll have to do this again sometime.
Did Disney send those over?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
And
I came in first place on the cruise. I did the Star Wars Day at Z trivia, ultimate fan trivia contest, and I aced it.
Must not have been a lot of number questions, huh?
No, the best thing was the final round. Yeah, Doobie wants to ask one.
Well, finish your story. You can wait.
The final round on that trivia challenge on the cruises, they stand you up on the stage and they flash just images of characters that are like 3 seconds each, and you just have to name as many characters as you can. And that's the thing I'm best at because I've had the toys growing up, and so I just know all the random like background characters' names, and that's what won it for me, I think.
So I'm gonna bring Doobie into the show.
Okay,
you can ask his question.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Doobie.
That was super impressive.
Thanks.
I'm not producing. Why did I do that? Sorry. Okay, that was super impressive. All right, now I'm producing. But I have one question for you. It's a numbers question, but I have faith in you. What number is written on the side of the trash cans in, what's the name? Naboo? Patu? What's the name of that one?
Well, this one I know because it's a line that's from the most famous Star Wars movie, the original, but it's 3263827, which is the number of the trash compactor in A New Hope on the Death Star.
I'm going to assume you're right. Yay!
So, Mike, what do we have to look forward to coming up from you?
Well, I'm going to be on another live stream later this afternoon, I think. Am I part of that?
Yes, you are.
Because I went to Downtown Disney. We're going to talk about that at 4:00. And then I got this weekly podcast called Who's the Boss, where I talk about Star Wars with a different guest every week, except every 10 episodes, I'm joined by my friend David Murto, who's a big dork like me. And this week we talked about all the deleted scenes that you can find on Disney Plus, which I didn't even know were there. Like, I had no idea that Disney Plus had all the deleted scenes from the original trilogy up. If you go over to extras or whatever, under the tab for each movie, you can watch all those old deleted scenes. We went through each one and talked about our thoughts on those.
That's great. So we will hear all about that soon. So You'll be there for our weekly Disney Park update in a little bit, and then you got a lot of work coming up for our July 17th broadcast.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's also this short documentary that I made called Laps. It's got nothing to do with Star Wars at all, but it's about my friend John Allen Hale, who goes to Disneyland and rides Radiator Springs racers over and over again at Cars Land and Disney California Adventure. And this is just a short documentary about his life and why he does this. And that's going to be premiering at 8 p.m. next Friday, a week from today, as part of our day-long celebration of Disneyland's 65th birthday.
And then the week after that, you'll be covering, particularly on Friday, which is the traditional Star Wars Day, you'll be helping us out with Comic-Con coverage. So a lot from you.
Oh yeah, and I just saw there's a Lucasfilm Publishing panel.
Yeah,
so
there's an audiobook panel. So
for Dr. Afra, yeah, that'll be great.
So thanks so much, Mike. Congratulations on your stunning achievement. And you can tune into Mike in just about 2 hours and 45 minutes for our Disney Parks update with him, Jeremiah, Doobie, and Rebecca. So talk to you later.
It'll be more appropriate for that.
Good point.
Bye.